Heyo, heyo. It's 123 B. Um, it's a little warm, but it just rained, so any warmth is about to get going down, 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 down. At least outside. I don't know, the heat in here is not going to go down because this place traps heat. So, yeah. I just watched Just Everything. The video is green energy unaffordable, renewable energy unaffordable. Is renewable energy unaffordable? I don't know why we still are having this conversation. And that's the thought that I had. Future me, virtual me. The thing that I was thinking about was when we were first rolling, we as a civilization, I guess, humanity, we're first rolling out electricity. Building the first grid, the one that we have now, was unaffordable, right? I mean, it was expensive to build the grid now. FDR was the guy that he did the infrastructure project. And it was the whole infrastructure project. It was the highway program, the dams, the everything, including the rural infrastructure electricity program, which is bring electricity to everyone. Finish it. We only right now basically have it in the cities. Bring electricity to everyone and interconnect it. So that was the final fantasy. That was the final form of electrifying the country. By that time, every city, every suburb had it, but it was just, like the really small towns and stuff. Now it's like we're at that point where it's like everywhere in the country has electricity, and pretty much everywhere in the country has internet too. I mean, it's getting to the point where it's hard to find a place where you don't have broadband internet. Broadband, not just you don't have internet, but you have broadband internet. And you even have cell phone service pretty much everywhere in the country. So, yeah. I mean, I'm in a small town, and I have broadband internet, electricity. It goes out every once in a while, but it's pretty stable electricity too. It's just, you can tell the electric poles are old. I'm betting these are the same electric poles that were put in place by FDR's thing. I'm betting. Or the 1950s, but by that act. By that electrification problem or project. It's probably because of that this town has electricity and this town grew and everything. So, yeah. Um, I think it would be a good idea to do something like that again, by the way. You know, redo the grid, because a lot of these poles are starting to kind of lean a little bit in a way that it's like, well, maybe if one of them goes down, they're gonna domino. One of them goes down in the right place, not just any one of them, but if one of them goes down in the right place, kind of at the right time, maybe when the ground has gotten like rain for a few days and it's kind of a little wet. Um, it might take like two down with it, and then it's like, well, now they gotta fix. Now they gotta fix three instead of one, and it's a bigger job, which that sucks. But yeah. Which reminds me, I wonder what the situation is in, was it St. Louis? That got hit by that big ass tornado. Must have been a big ass tornado, because damn, I saw the footage and it was just one tornado, and I was like, shit. I didn't think tornadoes went through actual cities. I thought they were they went through, like, if they ran into like a city, they kind of the effect of buildings and stuff just kind of helped to dissipate them. Like there was a tornado in Arkansas when I was there, but it didn't go through like the actual city. It went like on the edge of the city, like in the suburb area, and it busted the hell out of like a warehouse. And I didn't see it or anything. Like people were trying to point it out to me. I'm like, I don't see the tornado. They're like, it's right there. I'm like, I don't see it. Doesn't look like the only tornadoes I've seen were in movies. And, I guess movies over define them or something like that. But I saw the aftermath, and it fucked shit up. But it wasn't anything like this. It wasn't anything like St. Louis, so that fucked shit up. Let's hope nothing like that happened here. Trinity is pretty decently far north, so even if a hurricane hits, hopefully by the time it gets this far north, it will have lost some power. Typically, they lose strength as it hits land. It loses strength. Anyways, yeah, I've digressed a little bit. Why is it still a discussion that renewable energy is unaffordable? Maybe because the subsidies have gone away. Pretty much, they keep taking away subsidies. And it's like, okay, so you have to pay for the entire system up front. And with people getting paid less and less proportional to cost of living, yeah, paying for like a $20,000 plus or minus solar setup on your house that would suck. But if your monthly electric bill for your household is 150, 200, 250, whatever it is, and now it's free, say it's $200, that's $1,200 a month. Or that, if it's $200, excuse me. If it's $200 a month, that would be $2,400 a year. If you can just zero that out, which usually when you go to get it installed, if you hire somebody to do it, a competent one, they will do the consultation and everything for free, and they'll have it all planned out and everything, and they'll be like, well, this should zero it out every month. And they will know what they're doing now. We have enough installers all over the country that are experienced, and they can plan it out and be like, this should do it. And if your energy provider allows net metering, meaning you can put energy into the grid, you can sell your energy, then all the better, But yeah, if you save $2,400 a year, what is that? That's a nine-year repayment, and then every year after 9, you're just getting free electricity. So, I think anyone that builds a house, anyone that today they're like, I'm gonna build my house. If you say I'm gonna build my house today, and you don't, and you're in an area that has some kind of sunlight, and if you can catch sun on your house and you're building a house and you don't put solar panels on it, nowadays you're a fool. It's just the systems are cheap enough now where you would be foolish to do it, because the only reason you would build a house for you to live in is the only way anyone would build it, if you're a developer and you're building houses, put solar panels on them. It's just an extra reason for somebody to buy the house. Because you can sell the house and be like, look, there's solar panels on them. There's solar panels on the house. Your electric bill is going to be either way less or nothing. And if you have an electric car, you can fucking charge the car off your fucking house. It's a ridiculously good selling point. So, if you're a developer and you see this video, put solar panels on your houses that you're building. All right? You want to sell a house? If you're a developer and you're putting solar panels on your house and another developer doesn't, you're going to sell your houses before the other guy, unless someone is looking at their house and they're like, I don't want that pussy house with them pussy goddamn liberal solar panels. I want a man house that runs on coal, like every man should. Every man should have his house running on coal putting that black shit in the air like every American should do. America runs on coal, mined by Americans who are going to get cancer and work for shitty wages. It's going to be put in the pockets of CEOs who haven't done a day of work in their life. That is America. Damn fucking straight. That's right. That's the house I wanna. That's the house I wanna buy. That's the house I wanna live in. America. If you're that asshole, by all means, whatever. Go for it. But, whatever. I think, yeah, I think you know, um, I think there's some merit to, I think there's a lot of merit to landlords if you're renting properties. Um, if you're going to be in the, if you're going to be in, if you're going to get a property and rent it for a while, 5 years or more, if you're planning to be in the landlording business for a while, you might want to consider that also. Now, what you plan to do with that, if you plan to say, uh, it will shave cost off of your tenants, or how you choose to work that into the property, I don't know. But that's totally up to you. Maybe you choose to do something else with it. Run some communal thing with it. I don't know. Run the communal swim house. I don't know. I don't know what you would do. The place I'm in now has a pretty big roof. I don't know though if you there's trees around it too. But Texas is bright here. When the sun is shining in full force, if the roof was completely covered, because the roof is there's no bendy curves or anything, basically. If the roof was fully covered, I don't know. I don't know what, how much power it would generate. There would always need to be some kind of battery pack too. And in the South, they don't build basements. So, where would the battery pack be? I don't know. But, and it just rained, so that's an example of what are you going to do with the battery pack? Because it has to be insulated against water. And it has to be insulated. It has to be protected against flood damage. And you would want it to be raised if it's going to be on the ground outside. You would want it to be raised up because you never know how much is going to rain in the future. So you don't want that problem either. So, what are you going to do? I don't know. All right. Well, it's just, at the very least, renewables will be something that, they're something that while they're not free by any means, they're definitely something that if you're going to be somewhere for a long time, if you're going to live at some place for an extended period of time, even if it's not the rest of your life, but if it's years, you can put the renewables there and it will shave off your electricity bill. And if something happens to the grid, you will know that you have electricity. Those are two very good things that go almost completely ignored in the debate. That's like, oh, well, what if blah, blah, like they're too expensive and stuff. It's like, yeah, well, what if the power plant gets fucked up? Because some of these power plants are old as shit. And, Trump is just firing people left and right. So, and he's firing safety inspectors too. These Republicans are firing people in order to make more profits for the corporations. So, when you keep doing that shit is going to fail. And shit is not going to fail in the areas where these rich people live. It's going to fail there, but it's going to fail absolutely last. That is the last place that shit is going to start burning. So, there you go. Get the electricity on your house. And if you can, it rains here a decent amount, maybe get rainwater capture and storage. It's not a bad idea. Rainwater purification. Especially if you own your own home, you've got to pay for water too. I mean, why not? Especially if there's some rainwater purification things that are that capture the rainwater and purify it, that aren't like ridiculously complex and mechanical and all these other things that are prone to breaking down, and then you need to call someone to repair it. Because that's not something you want when you really need it. Because that is something that you want to be functional when shit gets fucked up. When the infrastructure gets fucked up, you want the system to be passive and just work without any thought. So you want it to be like, just shit to flow down and be like, there it is. I'm sure someone has developed something like that just to, gravity fed, whatever. Look into it. With a holding tank. Anyway. Heidi ho. That's all I got. Boobs.